In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix safes either for personal use at home or for hotels or for organizations and offices. Today, I will be fixing the Hartmann Treasury safes, and they have different kinds of safe, but this is their digital range of safes, and this doesn't come on at all. So if I touch any of the button, none of the numbers displays, and that is not the way it's supposed to be. So today I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot and then fix the safe. So if you haven't done already, I would like you to like and subscribe to the channel. I have a whole lot of videos on how to fix all kinds of office equipment. Now, to be able to get access to the internal part of the mechanism of this particular safe, I'll take out these screws just like I did right now, and I want to get access to the battery terminal area and the board area also. I want to see if there is an issue with the battery terminal area, because one of the first places you need to check is the battery area to see if the board is receiving the right voltage or if it's receiving voltage at all. So I'm going to take off this cover right here. If you're using the same model, take out the cover that houses the battery so that you can have access to the battery terminal area. I'm going to check for rust. I'm going to check for break in the cable, and I'm going to check for damage on the motherboard. Hopefully it's not the damage on the motherboard. So this is the internal part of this safe, and this is the logic board itself, and this is what controls the safe. So I am going to troubleshoot. Right now everything looks okay in this area. The motherboard looks good, and then the cable looks fine also. So I'm going to go back to the battery terminal area and see if there is carbon rust on the battery terminal area. That I'll fix it out. This is the clip that controls that is the EEPROM, the one that controls the safe, and that is just the internal part, and then I'm going to show you how to fix it. Alright, so this is the safe, and this is the terminal. You can see we have some carbon stains or rust on the terminal, so I'm going to scrape it out this way. If you have a sandpaper, you can use that also. So I'm going to be using sandpaper to be able to get this out, to just make sure that the surface is free of any form of dust that is covering the contacts. So for this kind of safe, these are not the only kind of safes that Hartmann Treasury safes has. They have different kind of safe, from manual safes to digital safe, and this is one of their range of digital safes, and it is controlled by battery, and then you have to input a password, 3-digit password, and then the safe is going to close, and then you input it again, the safe opens. So that is just how the mechanism of this safe works. So I'm going to get all the rust and carbon stains out and make sure that the surface is free. Then I'm going to check for continuity. If there's continuity within them, I'll go further and then fix the battery, and hopefully the problem is solved. And if the problem is not solved after that, I'm going to check the cables, check if there's a continuity between the cables, between both ends of the cable, and then I will just continue from there. So come along with me while I fix all of this. So I'm testing for continuity now. You can see there's continuity here. I'm going to test for continuity here too. There appears to be continuity here. So there's continuity between the two. Then I'm going to replace it and fix my batteries inside. So I had to replace the cable also. This is another end of cable. I changed the cable because I suspect that the cable is bad also, because the battery was left inside the safe for a long time, so it affected the terminals, and then it's definitely to affect the cables also. So I had to replace the cable. So I'm going to test out with this cable hose first of all. When it works, then I'm going to cover up the naked part of the cables so that there won't be breach between them. So this is supposed to read 12 volts. You can see currently it's reading 1.1 volt. So the standard voltage that is supposed to go to the motherboard is 12 volts. That is the operating voltage of this particular volt. So something is wrong either between the batteries or the terminal. So here, because the batteries are new, I'm suspecting that something is wrong with the terminal. I still need to clean them up a bit. So because I'm suspecting that the terminal wires are bad, I'm going to supplement it with another wire also. So I'm going to connect it manually with fresh cables, just to be sure that there is continuity between them. So you can see it is now reading 6 volts, which is a normal operating voltage. So the problem is solved right now. I'm going to test this on the safe and hopefully the problem is solved. But before then, I'm going to cover the naked part of this cable so that it doesn't breach inside the safe and it might damage the board. Alright, so let's test and see if this has been able to resolve the problem. You can see this has been able to resolve the problem, and then this safe is working properly now. And this is actually the cable that controls the cable, the motor rather. This is the motor and this is the cable that controls it. That is one of the areas you need to check if the cable is okay, because if the cable is bad or the motor itself is bad, it will be giving you an error 2. Once you see anything error 2 there, it means your motor is bad. And then with my sandpaper, I was able to scrape out the carbon rust and carbon stains on the terminal, and then that is just part of the things that I was able to do to be able to revive this particular safe. So you have to scrape all the ends of the terminal so that the contact is open, for it to be able to read the batteries. And then I replaced the cable with another cable, and I had to tape both ends of the cable so that there won't be breach inside the safe. And this is another cable you need to check when there is an issue, because if this cable is bad, it will be giving you an error 2. Error 2 has to do with bad motor, or the cable has an issue, or there's no continuity between the cables. So I've been able to fix the terminal cover back, and I'm going to test right now. Hopefully the problem is solved. You can see all the numbers are displaying normally, and then the saves are coming out. The save is closing and then opening the way ought to. So you can see it has closed. So if I try to open it, it is locked because the bolt inside has locked, which is the way it's supposed to work. And I'm going to impute the same code again, and then the safe is going to open up. You can see it has opened, so which means this particular safe is working the way it ought to. It has closed, and I'm going to impute the password again, which is 123, and then it's going to open for me. So I just wanted to see the bolt, the way it closes and releases inside. So when I press close, impute the password, what happens is that the bolt comes out this way and then locks the door. So when I put in the password again, the bolt goes back inside, and then the safe will be opened. So that is it, folks. This problem is solved. So with this, you can fix virtually any digital safe that uses a battery. And then if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would like you to. Have different kinds of videos on how to fix all kinds of office equipment, from laptop to printers, scanners, CCTV, PABX, and all kinds of office equipment.